Good morning, everyone. Happy 24th of July. How are you all today? Hope you're all doing well and that you're having a lovely day so far. I am good today. I've not long got back from taking Rob to work. It is nearly 10 to 8. I had a minute then. I was like, it's 7:49, nearly 10 to 8 in the morning. And I am just about to start work, grabbing myself a cuppa. You know this routine by now. You will have to excuse, there's like a humming in the background. If you can hear that, it's our fridge. Don't know what it's doing, but it's making a bit of noise. So if you do hear that, that's what it is. Right, so today, what are my plans for the day? Today, working. Broken record at the minute, right? Working today, but the work should be a much lower workload than it has been. Yesterday and Tuesday and Monday as well, were my most busiest days. So it kind of filters off a bit towards the end of the week, which is brilliant because I have done enough to take a day off. Overtime, I mean. I've done enough overtime to be able to take a day off. I won't, because I'm always needed at some point. But today, other than work, as you know, I am going to be crafting. I have managed, let me grab Norland here. I have managed to start on the next stripe for Norland. Again, I've stopped mid-row. What's wrong with me? So I'm coming along quite nicely with Norland. I am planning today to actually work a bit more on Anne Frank. I'd like to at least finish her skirt today. I think if I can do a piece of her each day, Wednesday is the day that I'm going to be gifting her. So in theory, a piece a day. So what, I've got the hair, I've got the two arms, I've got her little jacket, shirt, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but her red garment and the skirt. So that's 5 items. So in theory, that will get me to her being finished by the time Wednesday comes around, by the time gifting comes. So that's my little plan with her. Definitely get the skirt done today, and hopefully I'll finish off Norland's body today. I have been putting in some rounds on the beautiful Belladonna sweater as well. I need to measure it actually to figure out where I'm at, because like with any raglan sweater, you knit until you reach a certain length and then you do the ribbing. I believe there's ribbing. Oh, I believe there's ribbing. So I've got to knit to a certain length, and then I will probably try it on and just have a think and feel and see, do I feel like this is long enough? If it is, then I'll crack on. I believe the pattern is cropped. That's what it's designed for. So I will double check that and see if I'm happy with the length. I might wear it with some high-waisted jeans or my skirt. I might try that and just see if I'm happy with the length of it, because the last thing I want is for it to not be long enough and then I'm never going to wear it. So, you know, we'll make these things with the intention of wearing them. Like the dress I'm wearing at the minute, actually. Believe it or not, this is a dress. There you are, dress. Those curtains are still there. Just there. They keep moving from chair to chair. Do you ever do that? Best intentions in the world of putting them away, but yeah, it's just the effort of putting them away, I think, at the minute. But anyway, this dress is one of the best things I ever made. It's the Tabitha Tea by Tilly and the Buttons. I think it's in her Make It Simple book. It's the one with the purple cover. I have made a t-shirt, but I also made this dress. And this dress, as I say, fantastic. It's perfect for just throwing on in the morning and doing a drive like I've just done. Or it's perfect when you're camping. It was the best thing I took to Le Mans, in my opinion, because when I went to the shower, I'd remove obviously all the gross clothes, have my shower, and then I'd just slip this on, because you're basically in what would be space-wise a porter shower. So a portaloo size, but a shower, very small space. And to be able to dry yourself properly and then get dressed, it takes ages, and there's a massive queue waiting to have a shower. So this was perfect because I could just throw this on. It's a clean dress because I was only ever putting it on when I just showered, and then I'd walk back to the tent. It was perfect. Honestly, if you go camping, highly recommend a Tabitha Tea dress if you are a sewist. They're brilliant. So good. Save so much time. Anyway, so we completely derailed there, didn't we? Plans, yes, I have already explained the plans. Those are the plans. I also remembered that I had mentioned the Katkin's sweater. So that was my advent sweater from 2024 that I was using the Fibre Fox advent calendar, just changing hands. I forgot that I picked that up and said that actually I'd like to get this, at least the one sleeve, finished. So I need to put that back into rotation again because I completely missed it off yesterday's video. The video that I looked at was just episode 1 and I didn't mention that one in episode 1. So yeah, forgot that one, but I am still wanting to do it. So back we go. I am still wanting to do that. So I just need to dig that out. I think it's by my desk in my office actually. So that's another plan. But as I say, today at least I want to get Anne Frank's skirt done and I want to finish off Nolan's body. I know that was a plan for yesterday, but then I wanted to finish off Anne Frank's head. I feel like that's more time sensitive if I'm wanting to gift it next week. But anyway, those are the plans. That's what I'm up to. I don't know if I'm up to anything else yet. I'm still waiting to hear if Rob's got a lift home. And then I can figure out the rest of the day. So until I know that, I'm a bit in limbo. But anyway, I'll speak to you all in a little bit. Hello everyone, I am back. It is almost lunchtime, so I'm down here for, can you guess what for? Should we say it together? For a cup of tea, of course. I'm such a Brit. Yes, so I'm going to have my cup of tea, well, brew it, and then I'm also going to make some lunch, have some really nice bread. It's tiger bread from, it's from Aldi, but it's from when we bought it for the weekend just gone. So hopefully, keep your fingers crossed for me, it's still all right. There's only 2 pieces left anyway. So I will have that for my lunch, a nice little sandwich. I think I've got some crisps left as well. Spoiling myself today. But yes, so I'm having a little break. Apologies, quick jump in the video there. I was about to start talking about the Katkin sweater and I realised I'd left it upstairs and I thought actually it'd be quite nice to be able to show you the sweater. I know you've seen it before, but it's just nice to actually have a reference to show you when I'm harking on about stuff. So I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to quickly talk about that. All right, here it is. As you can see, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous sweater. I'm still working on this sleeve. I don't know what's going on here. I've got loads of oh dear. Oh yeah, anyway, we'll ignore that for now. So it's this gorgeous sweater that has this really lovely dip stitch yoke. I think in the pattern it's the Katkin sweater by Rachel Ilsley of Unwind Knitwear, and in the pattern I think the yoke stops here and that's where the dip stitches stop, but Rachel does state in the pattern that you can bring the dip stitches down further if you choose. You could probably do the whole body actually. That'd look rather fancy, that would, but I staggered mine slightly. There is a small pattern to them. I think you can see the repeat probably here, from like here to here there's a repeat. Took me ages to figure that out, but there you go. It happens on the sleeve as well. But as you can see, I am still working on sleeve number 1. I had a couple of issues, not really issues, were they? Just me trying to figure out mathematically how it's going to work. I initially was getting it in line with the body, but I since realised that if I do that, the sleeve's going to be really short compared to what I like. So there you go, a bit more slack on that. So as you can see, I'm working in a small round and I am purling the rounds. Really close now though, so I think I just need to crack on with it and get it done, to be honest, because once this sleeve is done, I've written loads and loads of notes, so I can do this sleeve with ease in theory. So I've just got to finish that sleeve. What's wrong with me, eh? But there it is. That's my Advent sweater from 2024. It's with the Fibre Fox Advent. It was the Witching Hour. Beautiful, beautiful fade. It's gorgeous. So I'm really looking forward to having this. I do have a lot of ends to sew in. I've not sewn in a single one. So a lot of ends. Let's just tuck that away for now. You'd be horrified if you saw the actual inside of the sweater, but I left all the ends because I wasn't sure about the fit and so on and so forth. I didn't want to sew anything in until I was 100% sure. But I have tried this on a number of times. I've even tried it on camera and it fits lovely. So I don't know what I'm doing. I think I should probably start sewing in the body ends anyway because I'm happy with the body. It's just the sleeve that I'm working on. I'm not 100% sure if it's a little... because we're decreasing the sleeve. I don't know if it's getting a little tight or what. But I just need to crack on with it really. Try it on again and then I will do that. So yeah, that is kind of a Christmas in July project because it is an advent project from last year. I started it during Vlogmas last year, and I should really get it finished before we start heading into the colder months. And I am thinking about or planning what I'm going to be doing with my advents this year. Similar to last year, I will do an advent video, so I will tag up last year's video. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did one. If I didn't, there'll be nothing there, but if I did, tag it up there, the advent video that I did. I just find them really useful to kind of look back at what I've made with advent skeins before. So that would be, I think the only ones I've really had are the 24 20 gram mini advents. I did get a 24 10 gram mini advent. That was in 2023, I think it was. So I'll just recap over what I've done in the past, what I've enjoyed, what kind of my plans are for this year. For 2024, I definitely wanted to do garments, so I actually did 2 garments. I did the Ravelry cardigan, which was fantastic, really great pattern. I should have gone up a size though. I should have done a bigger size, but that's on me. And this Katkin sweater, which is beautiful. You could do the Katkin sweater in a single colour, or you could do it in a variegated skein. You could do it in, I don't know, 3 different colours and fade those. It's really versatile actually, and I love that Rachel actually puts in the pattern how to work it with a 24 20 gram mini advent as well, because it just gives you that bit of flexibility if you've got a lot of mini skeins or leftovers for that matter. Anyway, I am gonna get my lunch because I'm not going to be able to crack on with work if I don't eat my lunch shortly, and then I can do some crafting as well. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly cap on that and I don't know, talk some crafty stuff because I feel there has been a severe lack of crafty stuff lately. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. Good afternoon everyone, I'm back for my final check-in of today, and at the minute I am rather surrounded by yarn, which is kind of a good thing but also a bad thing because I've got to put it all away. But I'm excited to see the yarn, to be honest. But before I show the yarn, I have finished for the day. It's 4:30 and Rob has managed to get himself a lift all the way home tonight, so I don't have to go out again. Brilliant news. So this evening I am just going to wrap up here with yourselves, and then my plan is to relax. I do need to do some tidying and cleaning because, as I said, my friend is coming tomorrow, so that's brilliant. I think Rob might have a lift home tomorrow, but I still need to go to the supermarket and do our weekly shop, so I'll probably pop out because it's too early. I basically drive past it on the way from taking Rob to work, but by the time I come home, it's still too early. The shop won't have opened, so I'll have to come out again and do the shop. Perfectly fine. As I said, this morning, I think it was, I've done loads of overtime at work, so tomorrow I should be able to finish nice and early, which is grand. Also, if you see some flaking on my face, I am peeling from my sunburn this weekend, so that's what that is. I noticed it when I was editing the footage earlier. I thought, oh, what is that on my nose? But yes, I am peeling, everybody. Fantastic. Anyway, let's get stuck into the crafty goodness that I have to show you. I will start with, well, the only thing that I've really got to show you is this today, and that is Anne Frank. As you can see, I have finished her skirt. So Anne Frank has a lovely little skirt. She is looking pretty cute actually. So I've got to do her arms. It's a cardigan that she's wearing, that little red thing that I thought was a jacket or a t-shirt. It's a cardigan. Don't know why I didn't think it was a cardigan, but anyway. Arms, cardigan, hair. That's all I've got left to do now. The hair I think is going to take quite a bit of time, but you basically crochet the hair and then you attach it to the top of the head. You sit it on top and you attach it. But yes, she's coming along nicely, and I'm really pleased that I've done that skirt because that was a big plan that I wanted to do today, so that's good. Sewing my ends, of course, this can come out now because it's just marking where I am in the round. So there we go, I've just got to sew in those 2 ends there, and she is good. Right, I have done some work on you can see it here, the Belladon sweater, but I'm not going to show you today just because it's pretty much the same every time I show you. It's just a teensy bit longer, so I'll leave it for today. I've not done any work on Nolan. He is next on my list. I'm still in the middle. Oh, nearly dropped a stitch there. That's what you get for leaving it halfway through a row. I'm still in the middle of doing a row there. Yeah, clever of me. But I can't remember if I said Nolan or Norlan. His name is Nolan. I was editing the footage this morning. I thought, oh, come on now. His name is Nolan. What is wrong with you? So I've actually attached this little piece of paper to him saying, I am Nolan. Don't forget, this is Nolan. So when I show you, I should remember to say the right name. But that's all I've done on him. Just attach that so I remember what his name is. Ridiculous. Right, let's pop him over there. So that is my task for tonight, is to try my best to get the body done. I'm not holding my breath on that, but no harm in trying, right? Okay, so as I said, I'm surrounded by yarn. I can't get out of my head the Hexi cardigan. Do really want to do one. And I think I said, I can't remember when it was, but I did mention that I could possibly use the Beehive Yarns yarn and box. There's a fly, lovely. These, so the Beehive yarn and boxes that I've been getting. I am missing one. I have looked high and low and I can't find it, which is very annoying. It's the Hans Christian Andersen Fairy Tales. I think that's the one. Beautiful colourway, stunning. But I have clearly put it in a bag that I have moved, and I don't know where I've moved that bag to, because I've been trying to move my yarn from downstairs up into my wardrobe, so it's kind of hopefully congregating in one place. It's not going to happen for a while because I've got far too much yarn, but that's the plan, and that's probably why it's gone missing, because I've put it in a bag that I've moved and I can't remember which bag it is, essentially. And I didn't want to spend all night looking for just one skein of yarn. Well, a skein, 100 gram and 20 grams, but I do have here the rest of them, so that one's not one. So I didn't get the first box, which was out of Green Gables. The first one I got was Alice in Wonderland, which is this lovely one. So we're mainly looking at the 100 gram skeins. There we go. That was Alice in Wonderland. Then for the next box, which was Wuthering Heights, I knew I was going to love this one. So I got the 300 gram skeins. Now I'm probably just going to use this one, I think, if I was to use these colourways in the cardigan. So that's 2. Move those, although I probably feel like I should use those as well because they're really nice. The next one that I got, I think, was the Hans Christian Andersen one, or was it this one and then I can't remember. But this was another one that I got. This was the Secret Garden. So I feel like this one might be a little bit too bright for the palette that we're going with. I'm not sure. The option anyway. And then the most recent one was, of course, this one. This was Pride and Prejudice. It's beautiful. And again, I feel like that's going in another direction. But I don't know, what do we think? Do we think that's going to work? There is obviously another colourway. And this was, oh, this is just failing miserably. But this was the sock set that I got with the advent calendar. So it was a bookish advent. And it's the Christmas Carol one. So that was that. So I could use that as well. I don't know. This is the thing. I don't know how much yarn I need for a Hexi cardigan. So I don't think I'm going to be using the full 100 gram skeins. But these are the colours. What do we think? Do we think that's just a little bit too out there? Should I use these for something else? Ah, that was the other option. I did think about doing a Hexi blanket with these, because they might be quite different in places, and I just feel like, I don't know, maybe a Hexi cardigan isn't the way to go with these. After laying them all out, the exercise of laying them all out and looking at them just kind of made me think, I'm not sure that's going to work as a Hexi cardigan, but as a Hexi blanket, actually, I think it might work. So I think I'm going to put a pin in these and say possibly Hexi blanket for my Beehive Yarns, Yarn and Books yarns. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with these two, which are the two that, oh, they're beautiful. I could probably do a shawl, couldn't I? Really nice contrasting shawl with these two, possibly. I don't know. But those were the first ideas that I had for using colours yarn wise for the Hexi cardigan. Then Then I remembered, that was my chair scooching along. Then I remembered that I have a lot of yarn. So for example, these are some leftovers. These are leftovers from the Botanical Yarn and Twin Set and Pearl sock club that they did in, was it 2022? Possibly. But these are leftovers of the socks that I've made. I still have 3 more socks to make. 3 more socks to go. But these are leftovers from the ones I've already made. I could use these. Again, I don't know how much yarn you need to make a Hexi cardigan. So there's probably under 50 grams maybe for each of these. But those are an option. Another option is I have lots of random skeins of yarn. This is not all of it. These are just the skeins that I thought went together. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let me move these over. I mean, I'm saying this like I'm going to be casting on anytime soon. I'm not. But just to kind of brainstorm with you all, because I like to brainstorm. This one I think this is a Botanical Yarn one from the mystery bags that she did. So I think that is a Botanical Yarn one, possibly. This one is a West Green Loft Yarns one. Oh no, I'll finish off with the Botanical Yarn ones first. So this one was actually a sock set that I got a couple of years, I don't know when I got this actually, but it is Noble Fir Tree sock set, so it's a Christmas colourway. And I suppose I should make Christmassy socks, shouldn't I really? But I did pull that out just in case it made sense at the time. Probably doesn't make sense now. This one is by Dye and Knit by Kate on Etsy, and this is called Peachy Lollipop, and I've never used it, but I think it needs to get used, doesn't it? I think that would look really nice in a Hexi cardigan. Personally, I think it would. I will have all of these independent dyers shops linked in the description below, so if you like a colourway, go and have a look. Cannot guarantee that the colourways will be there. In fact, most of them won't, especially not this one because this was a tester, and this one I'm not sure because I bought this years ago, but the same kind of applies for a lot of these. Some of them are club ones, so for example one I'm going to show you is a colour of the month from November, so you know the chances of them still being available are very unlikely, but if you like the style of the colourways, then go have a look. No harm in having a nose. So this is the one by Dye and Knit by Kate. I do think that's really nice actually, so I really want to use that, and I think that would look lovely personally. Right, I've got this one. I'll show these two. So this is a West Green Loft Yarns one. It's a beautiful green with some lovely pinks and browns in there. Come on, there we go. Really beautiful colourway that. So I went through a phase. What is this? This is colourway Rose Garden. All of these are fingering weight, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Though this doesn't say that on there, but that's usually the case. Oh no, it is. Yeah, West Green Loft Yarn Classic Socks. So that's what it is. I bought loads of these. Not this particular colourway, but I bought loads of West Green Loft Yarns colours. There you are. There's the label. I was obsessed at one point, so I ended up making the Find Your Fade shawl by Andrea Mowry. This is actually one of the colours that I used in that shawl. It is a West Green Loft Yarns one, but I had loads. I had 7 different skeins plus more, as you're about to see, and they just worked really well together, and I thought this would look really nice in a Hexi cardigan personally. I think those two possibly. I think they'd look really nice because this has got not that one, there we go, turn that around a little bit, it's got a bit of that pink in there, really nice. Another one, West Green Loft Yarn. Please excuse the state of this. I haven't rewound up the the mini, so it's looking very sorry for itself. I do apologise, but this is another West Green Loft Yarns skein. It's a sock set, and it's the colourway Eleanor, so Eleanor Dashwood from Sense and Sensibility, and there we go. It's this beautiful, beautiful, very subtle colourway. The thing I love about West Green Loft Yarns when it focuses is the subtlety of her colourways. They're very, very beautiful. If I hold those two together, you can see the colourways just look lovely, and I think that would work as well. So I think these 3 at the minute. What do we think? What do we think? Those 3. Excuse the light as well. It's the worst time to be doing this, really. Oh, and that pink from Botanical Yarn, I think. Turn that around, shall we? There we go. That pink from Botanical Yarn, I think that would look quite nice. I don't want it to fade too much, which is why I pulled the green out, but I do have this, which is stunning. It's called Peaches and Green, and it's by the wonderful Ishrat at Fruitful Fusion. I love her colourways so much, and I thought I could use that. 4-ply fingering weight, yes, yep. So that's going to kind of break up the monotony of all the colours, but it's still got those pinks in there. There we go. What do we think? Hexi cardigan. Maybe I can do away with that one. Maybe that. What do we think of those 4? I think those look nice because the green's kind of tying in with that one. We've got some greens in this one. This one's just a rule unto itself. It's just lovely. I also have one more to show you, actually. Actually, no, I kind of had 2 more. No, that's not going to work. But I have this one as well. This is Giddy Yarns, and it is the November, colour of the month, November. I love this colourway. I am a bit hesitant to split these up, actually, because I think they look great, don't they? But that is another option. Got some really lovely rust colours in here, blues, and grey. I love grey. Don't know why, just love grey. But if I hold those 5 up together, can I see that? Oh, I can just about. What do we think? It's kind of subtle with a hint of colour. Do we think that would make a nice cosy Hexi cardigan, or do we think that's a bit too muted for a Hexi cardigan? What do we think? Or shall I add in this pink? I think that pink could work as well. I've no idea. I've no idea how many colours you're supposed to use for a Hexi cardigan, but just whacked my nose. Those are some of the colours that I've been thinking about and kind of holding together and thinking, will that work? I'm not sure, but I don't think it needs to really match, does it? It's a Hexi cardigan, so I think having a few jolts of colour here and there would actually work really nicely. Again, I have no idea how many skeins of yarn I need because I haven't checked it out. As I say, these are fingering weight, so I will probably hold the yarn double so that I'm getting that DK plushness. I think that sort of fabric would work a bit nicer with a Hexi cardigan. I know a lot of the patterns are written to work with DK weight. It doesn't really matter because you just do the Hexi granny square and just keep going until it's big enough for your arm, I believe. But those are the options. Those are some of my options. As I say, I've strayed away from the Beehive Yarns Yarn and Books skeins because, yeah, I just think I could do a nicer job with those. I don't think they're going to quite work with a Hexi cardigan, the way I'm envisioning it. But let me know what you think. What do you think? Do you think this sort of colour palette would work as a Hexi cardigan? I think it might. I think it would look quite nice. I think maybe if I kept I don't know, I think I need to lay them all out properly and try and figure out a sort of order to them. Similar to what I did with the, oh, actually that would work, wouldn't it? Yeah, I quite like that. Okay, let me hold this up, hang on. See if I can actually do it and show you it kind of in this order. What do we think of that order? Kind of. This is all very loose. I'm just brainstorming with you all and just showing you some gorgeous yarn because why not? I also pulled this out. I don't think it will work because it's a very different style of yarn, but here we are. It is Heritage Cascade Yarns Heritage Prints. It's 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. It is 100 grams and it's gorgeous. I love this. It's got this pattern, this picture on the side to show you how it would knit up. And I think it's just beautiful. It's so lovely. And I thought that would work in the Hexi cardigan. But the reason I'm sort of thinking, possibly not, is because the way it's dyed, I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of speckled the way it's dyed. It's not like it's been dyed blocks of colour. So like this, for example, it's not been dyed in blocks of colour. It's speckled. Do you see what I mean? So I don't think it would work. Otherwise, I would have added it to the options. But yeah, how many colours should I do? And then I've got to figure out the rows and everything like that. I think this is going to be a bit of a bigger think. Oh, I found the end. Fantastic. I think this is going to be a bit of a bigger brainstorming session than I think. My friend is coming over this weekend. She's coming over Friday and she's going to be with me on Saturday, but she does go home on Saturday, so I don't think I'll have time to pick her brains on this one. But yeah, I'm saying this like I'm going to be starting it anytime soon. I'm not. I think I want to, but yeah. But again, it's just going to be, I think the reason I want to start it is because I really like the look of it. I think it's going to be a really cozy make, and it uses stash, so massive win there. Anyway, I have, oh gosh, nearly 20 minutes, my goodness. So I have waffled on far too long. So I'm going to leave you with those thoughts. Let me know what you think of the thoughts that I've been having. As I say, I feel like these ones are possibly the way forward. I'm holding them the wrong way around, but I feel like these are the way forward. But I just really love the way different dyers dye their yarns. So for this one example, it just looks really lovely. This is the dye and knit by Kate. I think it's lovely. And then you've got something like Fruitful Fusion, who does really beautiful bold colours. I think they're lovely. And then you've got West Green Loft Yarns, who just does really subtle, gentle colours and these stunning speckles. Gorgeous. But anyway, I could gush about yarn all day. I'm sure we all could. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Tomorrow there should be a video. Yes, there will be a video tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching, as I've just said. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.